Hey guys, I thought I'd come on and show you how I've been making my process videos and my technique videos that I've been doing for YouTube and for my Facebook group. I've had a couple of questions about it, and I thought it would be fun for all of you to give it a go and maybe start sharing with your customers the same sort of thing. So basically I'm going to do it on my iPad by filming on my phone, which is, pretty up there with technology, I reckon. So I've got my phone in my tripod, which is an overhead tripod that connects to my table, and then I'm just editing on my iPad. So I filmed it on my iPhone. I always do film it on my iPhone, but because my phone and my iPad are linked, I can edit on my iPad, which makes it a bit easier because it's a bit bigger. So what I use is iMovie. So I go here and I just find iMovie, or search for it if I haven't got it in my recently used. And then I want to create a new one. So you can see some of the other ones I've done here. So I just click plus to make a new one, and I want a movie, although the trailer was how I did that one from the Crafty Chicks retreat about the fairies, and that's a bit of fun too, but not in this situation. We don't use it for that. So then I'm going to tap on the movie and it will hopefully start working. There we go. Sorry. So then this takes me to my media section where all my photos and everything is. So I import from there. So this is the movie that I wanted. So I tick on that, and I'll come back and show you the rest in a minute. And then I click down here, create movie. iMovie is a fantastic vehicle, and all the stuff I've been doing for the gym and for everything I've been doing for my YouTube is all done in iMovie, which is a very basic thing that's on an iPhone or a iPad. It's not something you have to purchase. You have to download it onto the phone, but it's free, and it's a great system. It's what all the kids use at school as well. So it's just taking a few minutes to download from the cloud, because I just filmed it, so it hadn't downloaded onto my iPad as yet. So when I come back and edit, I will cut this bit out. So some of the things to remember while you're filming is that I always film on my two Versamats here, because I think it looks professional and it's got the Close to My Heart logo there. You've got to be aware of what's around, so I make sure I check what's in view. So so if I'm just filming this one, I'd go to the edge of my phone here and I sort of see, okay, so the top part's not showing. So the fact that I've got, a bit of a mess off the mat, it doesn't matter because you're not showing, and the same to the left and the right. And I certainly went back and looked at some of my earlier videos that I did in my live, and there was always something in the shot. Or I've got better at not having anything in the shot now. The chaos can reign around, but in the actual shot, you should try and keep it neat and tidy. I also have usually a script that's placed in front of me. So this is the one from the video I just did that we're going to edit now. It just gives me my prompts. It might give me the sizes of the pieces, or it might tell me where I'm going to place things. In this case, it was just where to place things because it was just putting a page together. And I just have that propped up immediately in front of me so I can just look at it, and then I sound like I know what I'm doing. So I have any tools that I might need off to the side that I can bring in, and I also am very prepared, and I would normally have all my pieces lined up in piles to the side as I'm filming them, and then I can bring them in easily, and I'll have one made, and I'll have one pre-cut, and sometimes if it's something that needs to dry, like a glue, I'll have one pre-made off to the side that I can bring in and swap it around. So being prepared is really important, and I also have learnt over the time to have a close-up and hold it for longer than I think is necessary. So if a project, I can bring it up to the camera and show them little bits, and it comes up really well in that close-up, and that's important. I also like to do an ending and beginning. Okay. All right, now I've managed to get it uploaded into my iMovie, and so this is how it looks when you open it up on the iPad. So I can move, this is the filming, and I can move it along wherever I want. Now you'll notice that it always, because I film landscape, that it comes in like that, so I just have to turn it around like that, and it just use my fingers and it turns it around automatically for you, which is a fantastic feature. No extra programs or anything like that. Okay, so I always try and start with a blank screen at the start, and then I add a photo or a title in later. And you'll also find that I'll turn the camera on, steady myself down, sit down, get ready, and then I'll cross my hands, and that's usually where I can tell I'm going to do. So what I do is you can just have, as long as you've got your sound on, you can just play along and work out when the best spot to start it would be.
Okay, now it's time for the...
Okay, so I started saying okay about there.
Okay, now...
So what I'll do is I'll get it to that point.
Okay, now...
And then I'm just going to tap, because I don't want this little bit at the start, so I'm going to tap on here, and it brings up this screen which says split, detach audio, duplicate, and then all my actions are there. So I want to split it off, so I'm going to press split, and then that's where I want to start, and this is the bit I don't need. So I tap on that and then press the delete button, and that'll get rid of that. Or you can leave it there and come back and decide later. You can see on the big screen what it looks like here, and this is where you're doing your work. So then I might put a title on this, or a picture at the start. So all I have to do is go up here to where it says moments, which is my photos and videos. It's just working a little slowly at the moment, or maybe it's my... Sorry, I'll stand it up and press it. Should have done it with my the gym iPad. It's a bit quicker. Okay, so then it comes up to your moments, and it's still got everything I want there. So I took some photos of the pages that I'm doing, and I can then put them as the start. So this one, it says it's in the cloud, so it's just going to take a minute to download it before I put it in. And then this one as well, which is the other page. All right, so I went back and edited I forgot, you have to edit your video, your photos in your actual photos. So I did that, and I'm sure you all know how to do that, so I haven't shown you that. But if that's something you would be interested in learning more about, I can also show you that at any time. We might as well make use of this medium that we have while we've got it. So I'll try and insert the photo again. My iPad is really being difficult today. That one will do. So then you see that I've got a length of photo. So if I play that, it will just move like that. You're not quite seeing the whole screen up there, so just show a little bit more than that. If I tap on this, it'll tell me that it's Ken Burns enabled, which means it moves up and down. So I can turn that off if I want, and I can also make it shorter than that. But what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to put a title on it, I'll leave it as it is, and I can adjust it later. So because it's highlighted, when it's in yellow, it's highlighted and it's ready to do. So I can click down here on the title button, and I can add a title. So my favourite one is either this one, which is line total, or pop-up, which I use most of the time. So you just click on it, and it pops it up your screen up there, and then you just have to change the title, and then page layout, instructions, and then click done. Now with this one, with the pop-up one, you can either make it in the center there, or if I click down here, you can make it lower. I like it in the center most of the time. Sometimes I move it down lower. So when that will start like that, page layout instructions, and then it'll go into the video. So that's a little bit long, so I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. So I just drag this little bit in, and that makes it shorter. So we can go back and watch that. I hope you can see what I'm doing, but please feel free to ask questions below this post if you want me to.
It's time for the page layout.
So then I've got it playing, and I like to listen to it several times to see if there's any bits I can cut out, or if I've made a mistake, or where I have to put things on the screen. So first of all, I'm going to show the project.
This is the one that features green apple and lagoon.
So I'm just going to let that play. And I think it looks pretty good. It's well in the screen, and doing all that. So I might fast forward. I don't need to listen to all that. And then I show the pink one, and then I get into the actual assembly.
Here are your 2 pieces of black paper for your background, and then this is your kit.
You can see I've got one little shadow across there, which is my tripod. It just depends on the time of day that I'm filming, whether I get shadows or not. And look, I'm not a professional video person, and I could probably do things differently if I needed to, but I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing at the moment. So make sure you explain everything that's in your project, all the pieces. Normally I would explain the size of each piece, but because this is a put together layout rather than this is how you do a project, I haven't done that. So obviously I had a problem there, so I'm going to go back and see what it was. I wonder if you guys can hear the sound. I might turn it up a little bit.
So we're going to start with our left page.
So I've obviously forgotten something. I can't even remember. I only filmed it a few minutes ago.
So let's start.
So there is where I sort of stopped. So I'm going to highlight it and my actions, and then I'm going to split it. And then I'm going to play it again and work out where I should come. So all this I probably don't need, and it's just a lot of me fossicking around and things like that. So
we're going to start with our lip.
So I start talking about there. You can see on the bottom here, I don't know whether you can see that, I might bring it up closer, that you can see the sound on that little bit goes up, so you can see where I actually start talking. But I like to do it manually. And I played a couple of times and then just take it back. Then I'm going to click on that again, and then I'm going to split it. And I'll just play to make sure.
So we're going to start with our lip.
Yeah, perfect. So then this bit can just be easily deleted like that. And you'll notice there's a little break there, but that goes seamlessly in the video. You can't actually see it. So wait for that.
So we're going to start with our left page, and we're going to start with the green.
You can change that. So you can change that to do anything. You can have like it dissolve. So that'll be a different look like this.
Your other pieces. So we're going to start with our left,
which is actually quite a good one, so I might leave that.
With the green bit.
All right.
Or if you're following along with the pink one, it is the pink piece that measures.
That was me just checking what colour was there.
And this goes on the page 1 inch from the bottom and 2 inches from the left. So I'm just going to show you. Hope you can see this. Use your mat for this, or piece of paper, or anything. So you're going to go.
Unfortunately, I've got my mat just out of shot, but that doesn't matter.
Which is about there, and 2 inches from the left, which is.
So I'm going to actually split it here. Split, and then I'm going to put the instructions on the screen here. So I'm going to take it a little bit past.
And then as long as you're straight.
So there, and then I'm going to split it again. And so then I'm just going to put the title on this bit. So remember down here, I click on add the title. I'm going to pop up. And also I've got the instructions in front of me, so I know exactly what I'm doing and make sure I get it right on the screen. Sometimes I say it wrong on the screen when I'm talking. You can either fade out the voice, cut it out, or just overwrite it with the words, and it's all good. So maybe I'll just put 1 inch from bottom, and sometimes it's good to use an ampersand rather than an and, just makes it fit better, and 2 inches all right, now I'm going to show you what that looks like.
2 inches from the left, which is about there. So that just gives you a rough, and then as long as you're straight, it doesn't have to be.
See how it appears and disappears off the screen.
Down there. And then you're going to build the top. So then you've got these are 3x4, and you can put them any way you like. I'm just going to do them exactly the same as in the picture, but doesn't matter. And also, don't ever forget that on the back, we've got different colours if you want to use those and mix up your layout. So 2 inches, 1 inch. Just moved it. Forgot where to put it. No, other way around, Alison. 1 inch, 2 inches. There we go. Like that. And then you'll stick that down, and then your title will go here. And on the right-hand side, it's a little.
So then we're going to go into the right-hand side, and the measurements are different. So then I would split it again where it needs to go.
I just dropped some of the paper.
So then I've made a mistake. So
I just dropped some from the bottom.
So then I will come back and highlight it, and action and split.
I just dropped some of the paper. So try that again. You're going to be 1.5 inches. Be 1.5. You're going to be 1. Try that again.
So then I'm going to split it there, and then delete that bit. And hopefully, and then if I can fade it here, like this, which is quite a good one when you've cut something out.
It's a little bit different. You're going to be 1.5 inches from the bottom. You're going to be 1.5 inches from the bottom, and you're going to be 1 inch from the left.
Okay, so then I also want to split it about there, and then type the title on the screen again. So you can get rid of all your ums and ahs too, probably. So your title, pop up, because I like that one. It keeps it consistent, because if my videos will always look the same, which is quite good. So this one is 1.5 inches from bottom, and 1 inch from the left. It's just really good to have it being said and also on the screen for visual learners or for anyone else, or if they just want to write it down or if they didn't hear it correctly, anything like that.
From the left, 1 inch from the left and 1.5 inches from the bottom, so they don't match up exactly.
So I'll go past all this. So I'm just putting it together. I don't think I made any other mistakes.
And then you've got this beautiful piece. This is my...
And just chat away.
Exactly,
just be natural when you're
these ones
talking.
are actually wider. So actually,
And explain the little things is really
0.5.
important,
And they
so that, you know, they understand why you're doing certain things. So then I think I forgot my flowers again here.
Your flowers.
So I'm going to split it again. The kids always walk in on me, or Nick, or the football goes on, or so it's good to have, you know, cut
And
things
they come
out.
to you pre-stamped like this. And they come to you. And they come to you. And they...
I know it's monotonous, but it's really good to get it. Make sure you get it right. Just check that bit again.
You'll get your flowers, and they come to you pre-stamped like this. So all you have to do is fussy cut them. So fussy cutting is cutting around them with the scissors. So
it's also really good to use correct words for what you're doing and show little techniques.
Not the scissors. Keep the scissors still, and just move your paper. And
then we'll go past all this. This is just me cutting, and then
they're going to go on your page. They can go wherever you like. It's all.
And then that's the title. I don't think I need any more measurements or anything, so I'm just going to skip past all this. And I think I'll come to the end pretty soon.
Bits I put them in. I don't know. You could use them or not. Whatever you.
Now this one, you can add music and do all that sort of stuff. Music is quite distracting, but I added it to my video the other day because there was lots of noise in the background here at home, and also I did a lot of fast forwarding of things. So
use your tape runner on these, and for the flowers, you don't have to, but I would dimension. There you go. That's how you do the page. Good luck with it, and I'll be available for any questions you have. Thank you.
Okay, so then I know, after I said thank you, I know then I get up and turn off the thing, so I know I can split this bit, and then I can get rid of this bit here. Now, I'm just going to show you how to add fast forward. I don't need it on this video, but if you were wanting to do some fast forward, I'll just find one. Oh, did I just do something then? Always the back button's a really good button to have. So, I'm trying to find one here. So, if you wanted to fast forward a bit, maybe you take this bit here, you just click on it and then you go to speed. So you click on speed and then you can put the speed right up. Now the trick is, especially if there's talking, you need to turn the sound off. So then you go to volume and then you click mute, because otherwise you get the... So let me show you what it is without the mute on.
Left, which is about there. So that just gives you a rough, and it's not just straight, it doesn't have to be.
So that's how you do it. I'm going to take my speed back off to normal speed. Oops, that's going slower. I don't know how to get it back to normal, actually. Reset, maybe.
So that just gives you a rough, and then it's
Okay,
not just
so that's how
straight.
you do speed. Now, also at the end, I'm going to put in a picture as well, and also like on all my videos that I'm putting on YouTube now, I'm putting up my website and all those sort of things on there. So I will then again go to the moments, and I'll choose the picture I want. I think I put the blue one at the start, didn't I? Be helpful if I remembered that. Too many things to remember today. So I'm going to add my pink one to the end. So you can see you can just move it around. Just try things, and you know it's always the back button, and you can and also you can just revert it. And so again, this might be a little bit long, so I might just make it a little bit shorter, and then I would then put my title over that. You can also do filters and everything like that. And then another thing that I've learnt to do, so is music and all that sort of thing. So this little cogwheel up here is the settings button. So you can click on that, and this is where you can add, you can make it black and white, you can add music. So these are all your different musics. You just click the button on if you want it. Now I like to fade in from black, and I like to fade out to black. And I haven't played around with the speed changes pitch thing, so maybe that's where you can fix the talking. On here, so that's mostly what I use this bit for. And then you just click out of that. So that'll now fade into black and out to black. Let me show you that, as opposed to just cutting off. Now, the other thing you can do is also add audio. So if you wanted to, so a lot of people I watch on YouTube do their audio over so they film it and then they talk over it and record that later, I guess to stop the fumbling that I do. I haven't quite mastered that yet, so I haven't done much of it, but this is where you would do it. So you click here, audio, and you can put theme music, sound effects, you can put other things in, and then I think you can, this is where you actually do your voiceover, but I can't remember how to do it. Anyway, I'll work that out and we can share that another time. And I'm trying to think what else I've done with these. I think that's the basic stuff, but it's just a matter of playing around with it and giving it a go. I know Helen was keen to give this a go. And if anyone else wants to, why don't you make a little demo and share it in our group for the first time if you want to do that. When you've finished, you then, I'm just going to go back and check this before I do it. The easy way to do it is you just click done. And then that's your movie. This is where you change the title. So I might change this to Virtual Workshop Page Layout. You end up with a lot of videos, so you want to make sure you really understand what it's about. And then click that, and then that saves that as there, and it's 5 minutes and 18 seconds long. And then I can play it, I can throw it in the bin, or this one, how I save it is I save video in the highest definition it'll let me save, and then it saves it into my photos, and then I can share it to YouTube or wherever I want to share it to from then. So I hope that's given you some ideas about how you can create videos. Why don't you give it a go if you've got an iPad or an iPhone. I'm sure there's a Samsung or Android version, but I just haven't used it, so I can't guide you on that. But I would love you to all give it a go and maybe share a simple video in our group. Even it can be on nothing. It can be on, how to put a page in a page protector. It doesn't matter. Just give it a go and see what you can come up with. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, guys.